What's going on, guys? Apathetic here, and we got a new kid on the block when it comes to shotguns, and I'm talking about the Imperial Decree, the new shotgun that can be obtained in the Menagerie. So we're going to cover the best role for this weapon, how it compares to other similar shotguns, and answer the question if we should use this over some of our more established shotgun options. Let's get into it. Starting with how to get this weapon, you're going to need to insert a rune of wealth into the first slot on your chalice and a green rune in the second slot to get this weapon. Now the Imperial Decree is an aggressive frame kinetic shotgun, so think of the archetype of your Mindbender's Ambition and your Toil and Trouble. This shotgun has some nasty impact and has a pretty sweet ornament you can get on it as well. Now getting into the role, and we're talking strictly PvP here, you're looking at your usual suspects. So we're talking rifled barrel or full choke for the barrel, accurized rounds, so everything increased range so far, slide shot, which also increased that range, and then rampage or swashbuckler. And the reason that we want either rampage or swashbuckler is because it gives our weapon increased damage, which will allow us to one-shot kill enemies from further away. Now the role I'm rocking has all of the above, except it has moving target instead of rampage or swashbuckler, which I'm pretty okay with, but I'm definitely gonna jump back in the Menagerie and see if I can get that perfect god roll, since I mean, why not, right? Now going into how this weapon compares to other top tier shotguns, I have a god roll Toil and Trouble to compare it to, and I must say I really like the Imperial Decree because it has full choke, it has a slightly better handling than my Toil and Trouble, which makes switching to this weapon feel just a tad bit smoother, especially in those situations where you need to quickly switch to your shotty. And then I would say it also feels lighter, I guess is the word I would use in comparison to my Toil and Trouble. Sometimes I pull out my Toil and it just feels like I'm carrying around a tree trunk. It just feels so slow and kind of clunky at times. And I still use it just because it maps people. But that being said, they both perform, I would say, overall very similarly. But I will admit that my Imperial Decree seems to hit some shots that I don't know if I would hit those same ones on my Toil and Trouble. That could be placebo or, just hype from a new weapon, but something to keep in mind. So would I use Imperial Decree over some of the other established shotguns? So Toil and Trouble, Dust Rock, Lord of Wolves, just kidding, Retold Tale, Mindbenders. And my answer would be yes, I would opt to go with Imperial Decree in the scenario where you have a shotgun that can't roll quick draw. So you have a shotty with quick draw or significantly better handling, then I tend to lean towards those shotguns because it allows you to quickly react in situations where someone is suddenly very close to you. But if you don't have any shotties with quick draw, then I think Imperial Decree is an excellent option, and that's mainly because you can farm for that god roll. And I personally like the look of the shotgun in comparison to a lot of other shotguns, but of course that's subjective. I've also found these aggressive frame shotguns typically perform a little bit better than some of the other archetypes like Dust Rock Blues, and that impact really makes a big difference in terms of how far and how consistently you can one-shot hit your opponents. But at the end of the day, I do really still, in certain scenarios, prefer my Retold Tale because it has quick draw, and having that amazing handling is just so nice, and being able to switch that weapon so quickly with that quick draw allows me to really react in some tighter scenarios where I kind of get caught off guard when someone pushes me with their shotgun. But let me know in the comments if you prefer other shotguns over Imperial Decree and why. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
C captured. Power play. Keep the pressure on. Zone A lost. Down. Your moments of clarity are weapons, Warlock. That's a power play. You took them, now hold them. 3 minutes. Hold strong, and this battle is yours. Zone B lost. Zone C captured. You have advantage. Zone A lost. Only 1 minute left. Zone C lost. Power play. Enemy has your zone.